Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And with me here for the first time, I guess, I'm having a special guest of honor in the studio with me. He's no other person than Mr. Prince. Oh yeah! My amazing husband is here with me today.
Yeah, guys, how you doing?
We are fine.
Yeah.
So what happened is that today is a Saturday and we're both at home. So we would just finish watching a movie together, and the movie was so emotional, so touchy, and it was actually a very good movie. And so we just found ourselves talking about it, and we're like, okay, let's do a movie review. So this wasn't even planned, there's no script, we're just going with the flow. I hope you will learn one or two things, and this will inspire you to go watch the movie and come and share your experiences. So should I introduce the movie?
Please go ahead.
Okay, the title of the movie we're reviewing today is Straw, and it's a movie by Tyler Perry. I like Tyler Perry a lot, or I'll say I love him because maybe we'll talk we'll talk about that later. Like, I'm a drama minister, I'm a Christian you can say actor. Yeah, you can actually say actor. So, and this is one industry that I'm very passionate about. So when I watch movies, when I go see movies, it's beyond the movies. There are things I look at for in movies. But let me not go into that. Today is about Straw. So the first question I'll be asking you is that I won't say let's summarize the movie, because if we summarize the movie, you may not want to go and watch the movie. So we'll just be saying some things. So tell us what stood out for you in the movie. Why is it a good movie? Why do you like the movie? In fact, he was the one that recommended that we need to see this movie together. We hardly watch movies together because my kind of movies are not his kind of movies. I watch mostly
Adventure,
Christian
epic
movies.
Anything. Okay, this is a Christian family by the grace of God. But right from time, we grew up with Legend of the Seeker. What do they call it? Mainly, I did not really like Merlin, right? But you see, Game of Thrones, I watched it. Like, not necessarily watch it, but studied it. Because back then when I was watching Game of Thrones, I think we were in school.
Yeah. I think I was in secondary school then.
Secondary school. The movie spanned through a period of time. But when university now, when at least some part of Game of, I remember in university.
Sorry, that's Game of, I thought you talked about Legends of the Seeker.
No.
Game of Thrones, yeah, we're in university.
Yeah, so,
I didn't watch our movies anyway, just season 1. I watched season 1, I was like, no, this movie is not for me.
So, I love watching epic movies and movies with sword, movie with magic. One thing about movie, I love the way people think out of the norms, like the metaphysics, the how should I put it now? Fictions, yeah. When you are creative, trying to bring out something that is not real into the real world, and you see dragons, you see, right? So I love those kind of movies. It engages my mind and all that. But then I saw this movie and I was just like, okay, there was just a review, and I said, okay, let me check it out. I love watching recent movies, 2025 movies.
Anything recent, as it's coming out.
I love watching it. I get down on it. That's when there is of course, when I have time. There are sometimes I don't watch it, understand. But then it's an holiday period and I had something to do. Now I saw the movie. I was just watching it and I said, no, this is the kind of movie I know my wife would like. There's no combat and all that. So let's go. Let's get on that movie. That was how we started watching it.
So for you, why did you recommend the movie for me, or what do you like about the movie? What stood out for you in the movie?
Okay, one thing about this movie, why this is more or less a personal thing, right? It's a family thing, right? Movie of such is seeing a single mother struggling with a child, and I did not actually get the full picture of the movie, right? But I just have this sense of, okay, let's watch this movie together. What can it actually teach us, and how can we just, besides it's another day, so let's just use it to just vibes and see. But I know that we are going to get a lot from the movie. Personally, I just got that instinct, right? So I just told her, let's go. So that's why I said we should watch the movie.
Okay, it's not like you knew that it was going to be very good. You just had this feeling that we see it together.
Tyler Perry and what's her name now? Taraji NC, right? Yeah, that lady. I think she acted one recent movie. I think G20, but don't really like that movie. I don't want her on all those action movie kind of stuff, but movies that brings moral and also talks about the society is one thing that Tyler Perry is also good at, right? Especially the black society. But nevertheless, using a cast of such like Taraji, right, is something that I'm like, no, this combination there's something to watch, there's a lesson to learn.
Yeah.
There are great minds in the movie industry, so why not? Let's give it a go.
All right. So, what are the lessons, the key lessons you learned from the movie?
Wow. Okay. So for me, it's not really. How should I put it now? There are a lot of things I learned, right? There are some things I take personal. There are some things I push aside. But then, what's her name now? Sherry Shepherd, right? I'm actually going through some of their reviews here. Sherry Shepherd is the branch manager. I've never seen a movie where somebody is highly emotionally intelligent. Like they display emotion. We talked about emotional intelligence in theory, right? But I see this in practical. Like she's my favorite. I don't know where.
Favorite casting.
Yes, because of my kind of walk of life, right? I see her in the management affairs. I'm like, I was even telling my wife, say, this is why they give, this is why we have those bosses on the top. Because they are so intelligent. It's not something you just get as in from, how should I put it now? It's training they've gone through, and over time they are able to, tame their emotions. So is a situation. In fact, we watching the movie over here, we're having some agitation. I do this, do that, but the way Shepherd was able to collectively run the affairs of their emotional intelligence is something that me myself I look forward to attaining in as I grow in my career. It's something I really admire about, honestly.
So you're saying one of the biggest lessons from the movie is that it was the display of emotional intelligence, how she handled the situation.
Yes.
Okay, now that's on a personal level.
Yeah.
Now, what lessons do you think the movie portrays for the we said the movie has a lot of impact on black family, on black society and family parenting. So what parenting lessons do you think we can draw from the movie? What lessons do you think the movie is giving to the society? This is on a general basis now.
Okay. From my mind, right? Everybody's going through a lot. Everybody's going through not necessarily a lot, but they do have one or two issues they are addressing. When you look at parenting, the lesson I also got from this is this. Just yesterday, we were listening to was it a class, right, on parenting, and it says something. If a society is going to be very unlike we're in Nigeria, right, and there are a lot of things that are going on, especially as a result of the current youth, let me use the word in quotes, teenagers stroke youths, large population are really getting, I think when you look back, you like what's actually going on because of the kind of lifestyle they are living. So this movie just bring about the parental. I want to start from the lady's mom at home. You know, when you are a mother and they are saying, okay, why not give your child, right, to your parents? Your parent will be able to take care of them, and she's saying no. Then that gives a signal, right? Meaning, where she was coming from a disjointed home already, right? And we family is one of the units of the society, like that needs to actually be worked on. So one of the lessons that is very important is that wherever you are, whether you are a father, you are a mother, you're a child, as long as you have a home, right, and you're bringing it up, you have to be intentional in the kind of atmosphere you expose your wife into, the kind of atmosphere you expose your children into. Because at the end of the day, they are going to also grow a generation or going to find themselves in a different atmosphere, of which your own standard will be able to create an atmosphere for them also. So in my own terms, right, for the general society learning, you see a mother who is willing to go the extra length to do whatever thing she can do for her child, right? That's mother instinct, and it is what God has blessed the mother with. And for fathers, yes, you can say from the movie, the father was not there, right? And was not just in the picture. In fact, when they referred to him in the movie, she was like, we don't even have to go there. Like, you are lucky. You have to be careful of who you pay your child for. You understand? So for something that really sparked the scene there, the child was a brilliant child.
Yeah.
Or 8 years old, coming up, doing a practical with those kind of things joined together. You see that child had a very great future. And it being there is a support system for her growing up to that extent, it would have made a change in her life. And I believe she would have lived long. So family is unique, it's basic, and it's what, like we normally say, after God is a family. So we have to be intentional. Family, and let's reduce the rate of broken homes. We communalize, sorry, we have to go a little deeper. Sorry, I know I've answered the questions, but let me just add this. Now, this generation will communalize divorce as if there's no, it's not a big deal, right? Yes, I understand the aspect of home being getting abused, when the husband is abusive, when the wife is unfaithful, there are things, emotional damage and everything that needs to make them to shift and all that. Why we also, based on movies I've watched, reviews I read, right? And I know that there are some people who go into wedding, marriage as a contract in quotes, just to see how they can get the best out of their own spouse. Things like this is already, the system is already tweaking and is getting out of hand. But when we stop communizing divorce, when we start being intentional, instead of you to get into a marriage and you want to get married, say after all, if it doesn't favor me, I divorce. Why not just make sure you prepare and get into a proper marriage, right?
Get it right.
So you know that it is me and you till the end. You get it now. So instead of going in, so okay, don't worry, let us marry. If it doesn't work out, we just walk away, walk out. So it doesn't make sense, because at the end of the day, what happens? The child takes the ripple effects. Child now be an emotional burden to whoever he or she is going to even get married to. A disjointed woman. It doesn't really go well. So that is it for me.
Wow. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I will not want this video to be so lengthy. From my own end, for me, this movie speaks a lot. It shows the one of the negative effects of broken homes and the struggles of black women and single mothers. Yes, so it's the class he referred to yesterday. I'm just leaving you with this question. You see, we have so many social vices today that there's increase in crime rate. A lot is going on. The question is that who raised these people? I just want you to think about that. The armed robbers, the kidnappers, the serial killers, the serial rapists, and all the negative things you can think of. People that do these things. Who raised them? Did they fall from the sky, or they were actually bettered by somebody? How did they get where they were? I just wanted to reflect on this question. For me, one of my favorite characters in the movie was the
Raymond.
Officer Raymond. She really did her job well. I really liked the way she carried herself, and the way she also was able to connect with the woman and everything. It was a beautiful one. And of course, the branch manager, she displayed a very high level of emotional intelligence. So with that, I think we've come to the end of this movie review.
Go and watch it.
Yes, go and watch
it. Came out
the movie
yesterday, first,
and drop your comments in the section below. I hope you've learned something from our review. If there's anything, if let me tie it all together. Get it right in marriage and get it right in parenting, so that we don't create, because for every failed parent or every broken home, that it has a ripple effect on society generations down the line, and somehow everybody just gets tangled. So we just have to get it right from the beginning. And also, I said I was going to talk about Tyler Perry. For me, I respect him because I feel he's someone that found his purpose, his call early in life, and stuck to it. To the best of my knowledge, Tyler Perry is a believer, but he doesn't do Christian movie like our traditional Christian movie.
Yeah, like Mount Zion
kind of movies. But he just knows his calling and his purpose, and all his movies they are always that they address a particular issue in society, and he's always the values. Modest in his movies. Nothing, and it always has value, deep values. It teaches, addresses core issues in society. So it's for me, it's also inspiring that not all of us will be on the pulpit. Not everybody will act Christian movies, but just know your industry, know where God has called you to. Because you may be in the bank, you may be a police officer, but you may be a movie director, a movie producer, you may be a photographer, you may be anything, a business owner. But wherever you are, know what God has called you for, and somehow make sure you are solving problems and making society better through your work. So thank you so much for following us. If you stay to this time, you are the real MVP. Hope to see you next time. Sending love and light from the Prince of Wales. Bye.
Please follow, click the like, and follow my wife. Please subscribe and all that. And
like.
I believe we are going to be doing more of this movie.
In fact, there's a movie we watched earlier this year that we wanted to review.
Yes,
that one is coming up. Yes. I've been recommending it personally to people. We're going to review that movie. It's even a Christian movie.
Yeah.
Watch out. Watch this space.
Watch out.
Bye.